I'm Dennis McFadden, and I have the privilege of serving as the director of the Academy Art Museum, and I also have the privilege of welcoming you back to Art Matters for our June 2016 edition. We're today in a actually great setting. We often are in the studio or at the museum, but we're at the Waterfowl Building in Easton today, and their surroundings are this terrific exhibition of the work of Ruth Star Rose. This exhibition is up through this weekend, through Sunday the 19th of June, and if you've not yet had a chance to see it, please do come by. And if you've seen it once, you probably want to come by and see it again before it leaves town. I'm here today with Walt Johnson, who is a member of the board of the Frederick Douglass Honor Society, and we're here together for a couple of reasons. One, because in many ways this exhibition has served as the inspiration for the upcoming Juneteenth celebration. And Juneteenth is a project that the Academy Art Museum collaborates with the Frederick Douglass Honor Society about. So I'd now like to turn to Walt and have him say a few words about Juneteenth and about this collaboration. Walt, it's first of all great to have you here today.
Thank you, Dennis, and I'd like to thank you for the opportunity of being here and for partnering with the Frederick Douglass Honor Society for the Juneteenth celebration. This is the 5th year that we'll be doing the Juneteenth, and it'll be Saturday from 10 to 4 p.m. right here on South Street in front of the Academy. And this is going to be a great day. We've got good weather and a lot of exhibits.
Now, you've promised the weather, right? You've taken care of that.
Definitely.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about some of the programming that's going on.
Well, we have the exhibit here at the Waterfowl Festival. We have the exhibit over at the Academy, Ernie Satchell's sculpture.
That's
we'll
right.
get into that later. We're going to have great guest speakers. We're going to have arts and crafts for the children. We're going to have music. We're going to have great choral groups. Excellent schedule of events for you. Come on out.
Great. I understand that I think we have got the Lieutenant Governor coming by.
Yes,
at some point.
yes, he is. He will be here to speak. Boyd Rutherford will be here to speak. Professor Dale Green, who's spearheaded the Hill Project from Morgan State University, will be here to introduce him. And we'll also have our guest keynote speaker, Carol Weatherford, who's a professor of professional writing program and is author of an award-winning children's book, Moses, When Harriet Tubman Led Her People to Freedom, will be our keynote speaker this Saturday.
Yeah, I remember when we, as the planning committee for this, were talking about bringing Carol here, and we're really grateful to her for sort of stepping forward and saying that she would be interested in doing this. She's got connections to the region, really, and connections with the Ruth Star Rose exhibition in terms of having grown up, I believe, in Unionville or Copperville.
Yes, she does.
But also, in many ways, that exhibition and Carol's work, her own writing for children, really set the theme for this exhibition, or for Juneteenth. And of course, every year we try to pick a theme. I think last year we focused on educators.
This year we're focusing on our heritage and art.
That's great, art and stories. So by all means, please come down. It's from 10 to 4. And there's going to be some great programs for children as well. I think we've even got something lined up where they're going to work on an art project over in the museum and then have their own parade at the end of the day, which will be a lot of fun. And I know that Carol, who as Walt said, has published this book, will be here and will be able to personally inscribe copies of the book if you'd like to stop by and pick one up. So a great day, I think. We're all looking forward to it. Great opportunity for a couple of organizations to work together within the community. And as Walt suggested, a great part of this year as well is going to be, we're highlighting Ernie Satchell, a terrific local artist, ceramic artist. This is one of his works right here in front of us. And in a minute we're going to be back, and Anke van Wagenberg, who is the curator, the senior curator at the Academy Art Museum, will be talking to Ernie about his work. So good to have you with us again.
It's different than any place I've ever been. It's easy to just be in the room with everybody else and enjoying the show together.
I'm very impressed. Just the variety, the quality, the intimacy.
Welcome Welcome back to Art Matters. I'm Anke van Wagenberg. I'm the senior curator at the Academy Art Museum, and it is my great honor to introduce Ernie Satchell, who is having his exhibition, Ernie Satchell, A Few of My Favorite Things, at the Academy Art Museum until August 7th. Welcome, Ernie.
Thank you so much.
And I've admired your work for many, many years. I think we've known each other for over 25 years now, actually. And finally, I get to do a one-man show at the museum. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the technique that you've used for your pots?
Yes, this is a raku pot, and it is rapidly fired, the glaze. The pot is formed in the usual traditional manner on the wheel, and after it's been bisfired, we put the glaze on, and the way the glaze is put on here is dripped, and we call these fingers, and it's dripped. The black areas are areas that's void of glaze, and when it's fired rapidly, about 20 minutes to melt the glaze.
You fire it in a barrel, right?
We fire it in a raku kiln, and we take it out with tongs when it's red hot, and we place it in a garbage can, a metal garbage can with torn up newspaper. The newspaper is as soon as you put the pot in, it explodes in flames, and once we get the flames going, we smother the fire.
It's fantastic. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
And the carbon penetrates the surface of the pot, and it causes the color to develop.
And then also you have this craquelure in the cracking of the glaze, which is part of the beauty of the pot.
It's part of it, and you notice that the carbon penetrates the cracks in the pot. The way it works is that the glaze outshrinks the pot, and it pulls apart and creates lines.
So these are also a little porous, right?
They're porous.
You would use this as an art object, and you wouldn't really put
It's not
put water.
functional.
No, it's not functional. You
not
couldn't.
functional.
So, and a lot of the pots are just objects of beauty, and you also have several pieces in the show that have symbols on them. They're called adinkra. Do you want to explain that?
Yes, adinkra symbols were developed by the Ashanti, a tribe in Ghana, and they were placed on pottery and on tapestry. And now the symbol that I tend to use is ginami, and ginami means that everything is subservient to God. That's what it means. And
It's a religious symbol.
Yeah, it's a religious symbol, and I just like the form.
Yes,
and
beautiful.
I've incorporated it on a lot of my pots.
I think they're absolutely beautiful. So how long have you been making pottery? Because to me it seems as long as I've known you.
Since 1960.
Oh, really?
So it goes back a few years.
Enormously. I mean, it's totally amazing. And you just mentioned Ghana, and your work has been exhibited there too, right?
Yes.
And in Japan, and in many other, all over the United States.
And in South Africa.
South Africa, yeah. And now in Easton. We're very, very honored to have you here. So your show will be up. And by the way, why did you call it My Favorite Things, and with capital M-Y? Are they personal choices?
Yeah. I've always been impressed with classical forms. And I like the voluptuousness of the round, the full figure of the pots. And I'm more impressed with that than I am. I do some surface decorations, but for the most part, I concentrate on the overall shape of the pot. And I think that's the way the lines flow.
Right.
It makes or breaks the pot.
And some have a cover too, some kind of lid that you've
Yes.
sculpted, right?
Yes.
I think they're very sculptural too, and I don't think of them so much as functional objects in many ways. Although at home I have a beautiful big cellar bowl that you made. I use it as a cellar bowl, but it's absolutely beautiful. I still use it on a weekly basis. So some are functional.
I look at it more as sculpture. Some of my pots are functional, but I don't think about the pots being functional when I make them.
Right.
I just think about the appearance, how they will look. And so I guess at heart I'm a sculptor that does pottery.
It's wonderful, and this exhibition will be up until August 7th. And you will also be part of our Juneteenth celebration. And you'll do a demonstration also, right, on Saturday?
Yes, I will.
That is on the 18th
Yes.
at 11 o'clock
Yes,
in our front yard.
that's correct.
I hear the weather's going to be beautiful, so we're very pleased to see you in action, so to speak.
You control the weather, and I'll control the
I'll do what I can. So we also have going on at the same time, and in this summer we have Pauletta Romina Seizing Beauty, an exhibition that's up until July 10th. And we were happy to be able to extend our Peter Milton Living Old Master exhibition until August 7th, when also Ernie Satchell's show will end. And in our permanent collection galleries, we have Grover Bat's exhibition, also up the selections from his collection, all until August 7th. And after that, we'll be gearing up to our member show. This was another edition of Art Matters. And for more information, please visit our website, academyartmuseum.org, or you can always call the museum at 410-822-2787.